In 11 years working at Disneyland, I watched the average family waste $340 on a single visit without realizing it. Not on tickets, not on hotels, on purchases inside the park that felt necessary in the moment, but were completely avoidable. And here's the part that still bothers me. Most guests don't find out until they get home, look at their credit card statement, and wonder where the extra money went. I know what you might be thinking. You've probably been to Disneyland a few times. You've planned ahead. You watch the budget videos. You think you've got it figured out. But here's the thing. I wasn't a guest trying to stretch a vacation budget. I was the guy standing in those queues, working those registers, watching the exact same spending patterns play out every single shift for over a decade. The traps that catch almost everyone. The upcharges that aren't worth what you pay. The services people buy without realizing there's a free version sitting right next to it. My name is Marcus Bellamy. I just left Disneyland after 11 years. Started as a ride operator on attractions, moved into merchandise leadership, and spent my last 4 years as a guest experience coordinator working directly with families on the ground. And now that I don't have an employer to protect, I can finally tell you what current cast members can't say out loud. If you're already finding this useful, do me one favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I've got a lot of stories from inside that park, and I'm going to share all of them. What I'm about to walk you through aren't conspiracy theories or made-up loopholes. These are real spending traps built into the park experience. Cast members see them every day. We process the refunds. We watch the regret in real time. But Disney doesn't advertise the alternatives, and most guests only learn the hard way after they've already paid. I'm talking about real money. Hundreds of dollars per family that disappears into purchases that didn't add value to your day. Add-ons that sound essential but aren't. Convenience fees you didn't realize you were paying. Souvenirs marked up to 4 times what they cost outside the gates. I've watched families spend more on extras than they spent on the actual tickets, and they had no idea it was happening. So in this video, I'm walking you through 10 things you're almost certainly wasting money on at Disneyland, and what to do instead. Some of these will save you $20, some will save you $200, and a few are going to make you genuinely angry that nobody told you sooner. Let me start with the one that catches more first-time visitors than anything else. The mobile order skip. Disney pushes the mobile order system hard inside the app. It looks like a convenience, and in some ways it is. But what most guests don't realize is that the prices on mobile order are identical to walking up to the counter. You're not getting a discount for using it. You're not getting priority over anyone except other walk-ups during peak hours. Here's where the waste comes in. Guests panic order before they're hungry because the app suggests time slots are filling up. Then they arrive at the restaurant, the food is cold, they don't finish it, and they end up buying snacks again 2 hours later. I watch this happen probably 100 times a week. The fix is simple. Only mobile order when you're already within 15 minutes of the location and actually hungry. And here's something nobody tells you. Most quick service restaurants will let you split an adult meal between 2 kids without buying a second kid's meal. Just ask at the counter. Most cast members will say yes without blinking. The second one is the photo package. Disney sells you on the idea that you need their photo service to capture your memories. They have professional photographers stationed at every major spot, on every ride, and they make it look effortless. The package costs over $200 depending on length, and they market it like it pays for itself. Here's what they don't tell you. The ride photos that come automatically with attractions like Splash Mountain or Space Mountain. You can see them on the screens as you exit. Most families buy them as one-offs at $15 to $20 each. By the third ride, you've already justified the full package in your head. But the truth is, the photographers stationed around the park will take photos with your own phone if you ask. They're not supposed to make a big deal about it, but they will do it. I watched cast members do this every single day. You walk away with the same shot, on your own phone, for nothing. The third trap is the autograph book. They sell themed autograph books at every gift shop for around $15 to $20. The character pens to go with them are another 10. Parents buy them because their kid wants to collect signatures from characters. But here's the thing. Any blank journal from a dollar store works exactly the same way. Characters will sign whatever you hand them. I've seen them sign napkins, hats, t-shirts, even park maps. The book itself isn't magical. The signature is. Save the $30 and grab a notebook before you come. If you're enjoying these so far, take 2 seconds to hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help me get these in front of more people who need to see them. And I've got a lot more coming. The fourth one is bottled water. This is the one that quietly drains wallets faster than almost anything else in the park. A bottle of water inside Disneyland runs around $5. A family of 4 drinking 2 bottles each per day is $40 gone, just on water. On a 3-day visit, you're looking at over $120 on something that flows out of every drinking fountain in the park for free. Here's what I want you to know. Any quick service restaurant or food cart will give you a cup of ice water at no charge. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to ask sheepishly. Just walk up and ask for a cup of water. They will give it to you. Bring a refillable bottle, fill it at the fountains near the restrooms, and you've just saved your family the cost of a sit-down dinner. The fifth thing is the early entry hotel premium. Disney charges a significant nightly premium to stay at one of their 3 resort hotels, and one of the main selling points is early entry to the parks before regular guests. People justify the extra $200 to $300 per night because of this perk. But here's what I watched happen for years. Families would pay the premium, wake up exhausted from travel, sleep through the early entry window, and walk into the park at regular opening time anyway. If you're a hardcore early riser, the perk has real value. If you're a normal family on vacation trying to actually rest, you're paying a massive premium for a benefit you won't use. Stay at a good neighbor hotel within walking distance for half the price, set a normal alarm, and you'll have a better trip. The early entry magic doesn't replace sleep. The 6th trap is the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. Disney restructured their skip-the-line system, and the pricing changes constantly. The Multi-Pass lets you book 3 Lightning Lane returns in advance, and it sounds essential when you're standing in a 2-hour queue for a popular ride. Here's the math: nobody does. On a moderate crowd day, walking on or waiting 20 minutes for most attractions is completely realistic if you arrive at park opening. The Lightning Lane is sold as the solution to a problem that mostly exists on the busiest days of the year. If you're visiting during peak season or holidays, it can be worth it. If you're visiting on a Tuesday in February, you're paying $30 per person to skip lines that barely exist. Check the crowd calendars before you buy. And if you do buy, only buy it for the days you genuinely need it, not every single day of your trip. The 7th thing is character dining. Disney sells character meals at premium prices, around $60 to $90 per adult and $40 to $50 per child, depending on the location. The pitch is that you save time by combining a meal with character interactions. But here's what I watched constantly. Families would book a character breakfast. The kids would get overwhelmed. The parents would barely eat because they were managing photo opportunities, and they'd leave feeling like they spent $300 on chaos. The same characters appear at meet-and-greet locations throughout the park for free. The wait is sometimes long, but the interaction is often longer and more personal than what you get at a dining experience, where the character has to keep moving from table to table. If your kid genuinely cares about eating breakfast with Mickey, fine. But don't book it because you think it's the only way to meet him. We're halfway through, and I want you to do something for me right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I'm dropping these every week, and the next one is going to be even better than this one. I'm walking you through the exact times of day cast members eat when crowds peak, and the windows when popular rides have almost no wait. The 8th thing is the in-park souvenir. This is the one I feel most strongly about because the markup is genuinely absurd. That plush toy your kid wants at the gift shop, it's sitting on Amazon or at Target for around $15 to $20. Inside the park, it's $40 to $50. The branded apparel, the hats, the keychains, the magnets, all marked up significantly because they have Disney's logo on them. Here's what works. Before your trip, take your kid to a regular store and let them pick out a Disney character item they love. Pack it in your bag. When they inevitably ask for a souvenir on day one, hand them the surprise from home. They will be just as happy. The ones who actually want something specific from the park save that purchase for the last day. Get one meaningful item. Not 7 random ones grabbed in the heat of the moment because every shop feels like the last chance to take Disney home. The 9th trap is the printed park map and guide upgrade. Some guests, especially those who haven't visited in years, pay for premium planning services or printed itineraries from third-party sellers, thinking they need expert help to navigate. The official Disneyland app is free, more accurate, updates in real time, shows wait times for every ride, lets you see show schedules, and pinpoints character locations. It does almost everything a paid planning service does. The paid planners can be useful if you have a very complicated trip with multiple parks, dining reservations, and special events. But for a standard family visit, you don't need to spend $50 to $100 on a planning service. The free app, plus 30 minutes the night before reviewing your priorities, gets you to the same place. The 10th one, and this is the big one, is parking and transportation. Disneyland charges $35 a day to park in their main structure. For a 5-day trip, that's $175 just to put your car in a garage. Most guests pay it without thinking because it feels like the closest, easiest option. But here's what almost nobody tells first-time visitors. The off-site parking lots within walking distance charge anywhere from $20 to $25 a day, sometimes less if you book in advance. The walk to the park entrance is usually shorter than the walk from Disney's parking structure plus the tram ride. If you're staying at a hotel within walking distance, many offer free parking for guests, and you can leave your car there the entire trip. Even rideshare round trips from a nearby hotel can come out cheaper than 5 days of Disney parking. If you're visiting from out of state, the math gets even better. Calculate the cost of a rental car plus parking versus rideshare for your whole trip. For most families staying near the park, rideshare wins. Cast members know this. Most of us never paid Disney parking rates because we knew the alternatives. Now here's the thing I really want you to understand before you go on your next trip. The reason these traps work isn't because Disney is being deceptive. It's because the park is designed to remove friction from spending. Everything is one tap away in the app. Every line you stand in puts you next to merchandise. Every restaurant exit walks you past dessert carts. Every photo opportunity ends near a print stand. The system is built to make spending feel automatic. And when you're tired and your kids are excited and you're trying to make memories, automatic spending adds up fast. The guests who came back happiest weren't the ones who spent the most. They were the ones who decided before they walked through the gate what they were willing to spend extra on and what they weren't. They picked 2 or 3 upgrades that genuinely mattered to them and skipped the rest. A character meal, because their kid was obsessed with Belle. A single great photo from a memorable ride. One beautiful souvenir from the last day. And they let the rest of it go. The families who got into trouble were the ones who treated every upcharge like it was part of the experience. They bought the photo package and the character meal and the lightning lane and the souvenir mug and the autograph book and the bottled water and the parking, and by the end of the trip, they had spent more on extras than they had on tickets, and they couldn't even remember half of what they bought. You don't have to do all 10 of these. Pick the 3 or 4 that hit hardest for your family. Maybe water and snacks are your weak point. Maybe it's the souvenirs. Maybe it's the parking. Start there. Build awareness around how you spend inside the park, and your next trip will cost dramatically less without feeling like you sacrificed anything. Before I wrap up, do me one favor. If even one of these saved you money on your next visit, hit that like button and subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps me reach more families who are about to walk into the park and lose hundreds of dollars without knowing it. The thing I learned in my 11 years working there is that Disney isn't trying to ruin your vacation. They're running a business, and they're very good at it. But you're also running a vacation budget, and you're allowed to be good at that too. Knowing where the traps are doesn't make you cheap. It makes you smart. It means you get to choose what's worth your money instead of letting the park choose for you. The families who showed up with a plan, who knew which upgrades they cared about and which ones they didn't, those families left happier. They had more money left for the things that actually mattered to them. They didn't go home stressed about their credit card bill. They went home with the memories they actually wanted, not just the ones Disney sold them on impulse. If you got value out of this, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. I've got 11 years of stories from inside that park, and I'm just getting started. Next time, I'm going to walk you through the 3 sentences cast members respond to that, get you upgrades and extras that aren't supposed to be available to regular guests. You won't want to miss it,